member, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. So for today, I wanted to do a collective reading and see what was going on. We have Green Man, Love Spell, Surrender, Repairing the Veil, Skybridge, Many Masks, Gathering Around, and The Wall. So I feel like I just feel like everyone in the collective is going through a lot right now. I feel like there's a massive restructuring of the way that things are going right now. And I don't know about you, but in my life, I'm having a massive restructuring of what's going on in my life. And it is very difficult to go through restructuring in your own life. And it causes a lot of grief. And I feel like for a lot of you, you're getting over some type of love relationship, getting over some type of something that you've needed to let go of. It could be career, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's love. I feel like for some reason, there's something where you can't be your authentic self the way that you want to be. And you're finding that it's hard to be yourself in the way that you want to be yourself. And the obstacle is moving forward, even no matter what is happening, no matter what's going on for you. And maybe you feel like you're under a love spell. We do have love spell here, and we have possibility for union. And maybe it's about forgiving yourself for like the things that have happened to you, for the things that you've decided to do, and loving yourself no matter what happens, and no matter if this person comes through or not, and surrendering to what is. I think a lot of you are looking at like, how do I surrender to what is my reality, and how do I let go of the things that are in my fantasies and my dreams, but maybe not necessarily coming true. I feel like a lot of you are coming up on a relationship that isn't working out for you, and looking at trying to release that, and trying to find forgiveness in your heart, and trying to find the power of yourself, and the power of community, and the power of the lessons that you've learned and the obstacles that you've gone through. I feel like a lot of you are looking into getting more connected to nature, getting more connected to love, getting more connected to yourself. And I think it's really hard. I think it's been really hard for a lot of you to get connected to yourself after this period of time, which has been a lot about, like, I feel like a lot of the collective is just releasing so many things. And anytime we release anything, it's going to be very difficult and very hard. And I think you're tired of wearing a mask. I think you're tired of not being your authentic self. And I think that if you were questioning about a relationship where you felt like you didn't feel like you could be your authentic self, or you wanted to be your authentic self but you couldn't, you're looking at the relationships of where you can be your authentic self and where you can't be your authentic self. And I think it's been very painful in realizing that some relationships that you haven't been as authentic as you've liked them to be, and you haven't been able to be your authentic self. I feel like you've been wanting to find forgiveness in the things that haven't worked out. And I think that it's like about feeling the grief of whatever hasn't worked out for you, and also like feeling the grief of like whatever hasn't come to fruition, whatever way that is, right? It's like sometimes things don't come to fruition so that better things can come in. And it's like, I think you're trying to look at like, what better things do I have coming in for me? And I'm like, okay, well, what better things do they have coming in for them? What is that? Because I would like to know. What better things are coming in for the collective right now, Spirit? I think you're going through a lot. Whoop! Sorry, guys. Spirit, what collective things are happening? Death, yeah. That's what I'm really feeling for like the whole collective. It's like a lot of the collective is going through a massive death and a massive rebirth. Walking away from the things that don't serve you. This is what I'm talking about. I feel like a lot of you are walking away from the things that don't serve you. From people, from situations, from jobs, and like walking into things that are better for you. And it's like so painful when we have endings. Yeah. The Tower. There's a lot of emotion that's surrounding like what you've had to walk away from, and walking into like a hope for a better future. We have the King of Wands, we have the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the World, we have Strength. I think it's taken a lot of strength for you to walk away from the things that don't serve you. I think it's taken a lot of like being in your own autonomy, being in yourself, and like offering yourself the love that you need to continue on the path. And like you literally have brought an end to something that has been so painful. And I feel like a lot of you are just trying to give yourself a new opportunity and to will a better future for yourself, will a better future for yourself in better things, in the hope for a better future, because you're tired of things. There's the new beginning. We've got temperance. We've got the Fool of Temperance. You're wanting to rebalance the scales. You're wanting to get into a new beginning. You're wanting to, there could be some things hidden under the moon. We've got the moon in Page of Wands. So when we leave really big things behind and we're going through a massive rebirth, it can be very painful. And if you've brought a tower moment on you, or you've made a tower moment happen, which is like breaking down of old structures and going through a really hard time to have a rebirth, to go after a hope for a better future, then this time may be inundated with a lot of grief and pain and sorrow. And if you're feeling a lot of grief and pain and sorrow, it's okay. And it's like, you're trying to find your strength and walking through the grief and the pain and the sorrow, and finding the opportunity of the hope for whatever comes next. It's like the Fool's all about the hope of what's going to come next, and the hope of that you're going to find something better on the other side, and that you can rebalance things that haven't been serving you. I feel like the whole collective is going through this thing of like rebirthing, of letting go of the things that don't serve them, calling in better relationships, calling in better life, calling in a better love relationship, friendships, work relationships, passion projects. There's this major restructuring of passions and restructuring of life. And I feel like a lot of you are just trying to rebalance your lives in a way that makes sense to you. And following your path can be very painful, but I feel like a lot of you are following your path and trying to figure out how your subconscious and your fears have been affecting you, but also not letting it affect you, and going after your fire energy and going after what you want and not being afraid of what you want, and like moving into it even if it's painful. And I feel like a lot of you are trying to move through this even if it's painful, and to get to a place of peace, surrender, feeling like you're happy again. Like a lot of you just want to be happy again. We've got House 10, structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. Some of you may be really trying to revamp your career right now. So am I. I am too. And it is very difficult, especially when you find all these pitfalls. And look at Pluto again. Pluto is just everywhere, which doesn't make sense because we have Pluto coming into Aquarius. Pluto would transform. There's a major transformation in almost all areas of our life. And I would also look up how Pluto in Aquarius is affecting you, and see, like, for your sign specifically, how Pluto in Aquarius is like going to affect you. I was thinking about looking that up and seeing how that is for my sign. For my sign, Aquarius, it's about like Pluto in Aquarius is bringing structure and discipline to like my money and my like finances, right? And I believe that Virgo is going through partnerships, and I'm trying to think of who else I looked up. Leo is going through health, I believe. Gemini, curiosity, intellect, and networking. It's like looking up how that's affecting you, because Pluto in Aquarius is affecting us all in a very major way. We've got Cardinal, which is instigation, bravery, and a pioneering spirit. Virgo, integrity, reverence, and service. I think you guys are just looking at, how do I structure my life in a way that I want? How do I structure my passion in the way that I want? How do I be brave and have a pioneering spirit in what I want? And how do I continue forward in the way that I want? And how do I let go of the things that aren't serving me? And why does this time have to feel so crazy and upsetting and hard? And why does it have to feel so hard all the time? And it's like, yeah, right now it feels hard, but it won't always feel like this forever. And I feel like the collective generally is having a hard time. I feel like a lot of people are letting go of the constructs, the belief systems, the people and the situations that don't serve them. And when you let go of anything that massive, It's going to bring a lot of feelings up, a lot of activation, a lot of pain. And I think a lot of you are just looking at like, how do I manage the pain during this time? How do I champion myself and love myself? And how do I take care of myself as best as I can during this time? And can I take care of myself? And can I love myself? And what do I need to do to get to the point of like doing all these things and like loving myself no matter what? And like focus on my new beginning and focus on the things that are serving me and focus on like the hope for the future, because a lot of you are looking to like for hope for a better future, and I think that is beautiful. And it's also just like there's a lot of grief here over the endings that have had to come and are gonna come from wanting to go after something better, wanting to feel better, wanting to love better. And it's just a really heavy time, I think, for a lot of people. And yeah, I'm going through it too. You're not alone. It's a very heavy time for me too. And I'm with you. You're not alone. I know this video is short, but I kind of just wanted to get something out to like say that like just to send my compassion and like love for like the fact that you're not alone, that you're not the only one going through this, that everything is going to be worked out. It feels crappy right now. At least I feel crappy right now. But everything's going to be worked out in the way that it should, and it's going to feel better soon because you're choosing yourself. And if you're choosing yourself, then it will fall into place. And I have to hope for that too. So, okay, guys, I hope you guys like my reading. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.